This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back. Now Kyle talks with Ryan LeGrand about the role of the U.S. Grains Council.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer. I'm in San Antonio and I'm visiting with Ryan LeGrand. He's president and CEO of the U.S. Grains Council. Ryan, I want to make sure everyone understands the scope of the U.S. Grains Council and what you do day after day after day, year after year after year.
So the U.S. Grains Council, we're headquartered in Washington, D.C., but we have 9 international offices, about to open a 10th. And with those, we operate in over 50 countries around the world doing market development, foreign market development for corn, barley, sorghum, DDG, and ethanol.
DDGs and ethanol, it seems like I wouldn't have thought about that, but I guess it really does count as a grain export when that leaves the country.
That's right. You know, we can only export so much commodity corn, so at some point we need to look at these value-added products. And what better way than to add the value in the United States, create the jobs in the United States, and then ship that value-added product outside of our borders. So we're very active in ethanol and distillers grains promotion. As a matter of fact, ethanol is our top priority today.
I have noticed over the years from time to time you point out how much grain is exported through meat production in the United States.
That's exactly right. We don't just track the grains and the ethanol that I just mentioned. We track poultry and pork and beef exports because, in effect, that is corn and distillers grains and sorghum leaving the country, but in a different form, in another value-added form. So we track that and keep tabs on that and total that in the numbers that we put out when we talk about in grains and all forms exports.
You've been working, I'll say, a bit of an uphill battle over the last decades with so many different tariffs and adversarial trade agreements out there. It has to be more fun now with a number of those trade problems starting to disappear.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, 2020 is off to a great start. We have a deal with Japan signed. USMCA has been ratified by 2 out of the 3 countries. Still waiting on Canada to ratify it, which should happen in March. And then we have the China Phase 1 deal happening. So it's been a very exciting start, and we're really looking forward to what's coming down the pike.
Can you allude to what's coming down the pike?
Well, you have China that is going to be back in the market for our products. They've been out for a year or 2 now, and all of a sudden they're making sorghum purchases. They're registering our ethanol plants once again to start exporting DDG there, and we fully expect them to start bringing in our corn and our ethanol as well. So that's just China. But now with Japan, we've got certainty in our number 2 corn market. With USMCA, we have certainty with our number 1 corn market in Mexico, one of our top DDG and ethanol markets in Canada. So there's a lot of exciting things happening right now.
We always think about Southeast Asia, Vietnam, and specifically China, and we hear more talk about India as well. Are there other hotspots in the world?
Oh, there certainly are. You know, a lot of people don't know that Colombia is one of our top corn importers and ethanol, and so is Peru. Peru's our 5th largest corn market and our 6th largest ethanol market. So a lot of people don't know that. Sometimes those countries get overlooked, but there are a lot of important markets outside of China, Japan, and Mexico and Canada that we enjoy working in. We have offices there and are active there on a daily basis.
Very quickly, who owns, who runs, who funds the U.S. Grain Council?
So we're a membership-based trade association, and that consists of state corn checkoffs, state and national sorghum checkoffs, and then agribusiness members and state departments of agriculture they're all due paying members, and then we take those funds and the federal government with foreign market development and market access program funds match exactly the same amount of dollars that we get from our memberships. That's how we're funded.
Thanks, Kyle. Come back after the break for the Kansas Farm Bureau update.